Hello, rockers and Mercuryans. We have our next topic on the Rock Mercury Show. We're discussing Lil Nas X and his blasphemous music video and new song called J Christ. Now, I know, some people may say, Rock Mercury, so hypocritical. You've been disrespectful in the past too. To really, I know. I get it. I apologize. I've never gone this far in this situation. I have done some parody, whatever like that, but never this at this level. This is some demonic stuff that I feel like is going on with Lil Nas X. So if you don't know, the Lil Nas X has released a song, I believe last week, called J Christ, where he mocked the Christian religion and faith on multiple different videos, promo videos before the video came out as a rollout. You know how artists, they put out promo videos to get people hyped and everything. Well, he was trying to do another shock value situation, another big shock. You know how he did with where he was lap dancing on the devil, and there was like he was selling some shoes that had blood in the shoe, and it was just such a disturbing video at that time, and it made it across all the different platforms. Very disturbing stuff. Now, this new video, he's mocking Jesus himself. It's called the song is called J Christ. He is wearing all these demasculating different outfits. And he one of the promo videos he did, he was like eating the communion wine and eating the communion wafers and the wine, and just, you know, this was supposed to be a sacred thing. It's supposed to be a sacred action, you know, when you are partaking of this practice. But he was just disrespecting it and acting like, oh, let me just eat this, let me just throw it down. Now, it'll be good for value. So I'll make the Christians mad. You know, his whole point was to make them mad, and he acts like it wasn't about that. He even released an apology video after the actual video came out, which I did watch the video one time just so I can leave a scathing comment, because I was pissed off about the situation. I couldn't believe that Christians were going to let this happen. We're going to let this man, because I'm going to call him a boy because he's doing boy stuff, but he's a man, a grown man, disrespect religion this way, disrespect Christianity this way, which has built this country. Now, does Christianity have its faults? Sure, but if it's any other religion, people stand up for what they believe in, and they don't get as much disrespect. My whole family is Christian. I'm not religious myself, but I do not stand for what he put in this video. You know, in this video, he was playing basketball with the devil, and he was dressed as Jesus, and he was even on the cross upside down, and it's flipping over, and he's acting like this was all just happenstance. It was all for his art. By the way, what art was in that video? What art was in that song? There was no art. It was not a catch. It was just a catchy little beat, catchy song, terrible song, one of his worst songs, to be honest. And all this for a bad song, that's one of the worst parts about it. There's other musicians who may have been disrespectful towards religion, but at least put out some artistically decent music to go with it, which is still a mess, but at least it's better because, like, at least it's some art. This was a trash song, trash video, trash promo, and an even worse, what do you call it? The trash video, and then he did an even worse apology, because he apologized after all this, after all the disrespect. He apologized, and the apology was terrible. It was him wearing a bonnet cap, saying, oh, did I offend you, Christian? I didn't mean to offend you when I just took all your sacred foods and stuff and just take your sacred ceremony pieces and just threw them in my mouth and act like they were nothing to me. Like, I didn't mean to do that when I was upside down on the cross. Oh, I thought that you liked the fact that me as an angel in the music video beat the devil in basketball. Oh, wasn't that fine? Like, I didn't mean to offend the religion. I didn't mean to. Complete hogwash. I could not believe it. I was flabbergasted that they allowed this, but they greenlit it. But I've been telling y'all so long, as somebody who's born and raised and worked in Hollywood for most of my life, Hollywood has so many demonic undertones to it. So much witchcraft is practiced in Hollywood, and this is nothing surprising when it comes to his handlers and people. A lot of people I've worked with who, thank you so much. I see all these amazing gifts coming through. I guess people agree. Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you so much to Smurf, to my supporters. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm gonna thank you again after this topic. But the way that Nas X has isolated his support group and everyone who has been standing by him, like, oh, we support you, Lil Nas. Like, it's all fun and games until he just disrespects and slaps every Christian in the face, basically, with his imagery. Like, it was just so disturbing and so, like, demasculating towards men too. Like, I just feel like whoever funded this video and greenlit it, of course it was on a green screen, because he would never do all this stuff in like a real area around real people, because they would get him. They would get him for it. They would get him for it. Like, this is not okay. It's not cool what he did and how he portrayed, how he's just disrespecting religion this way, or Christianity. Sorry, specifically Christianity this way. Um, all for a marketing plan, a marketing ploy. I'm disturbed by it. I'm still disturbed. I'm like, are you really serious right now? Like, are we really just gonna all let him do this? And we're really gonna like let this song even get any views? I'm sad that it got any. Of course, the song flopped. Thankfully, it flopped. But it was because but it still got enough views. It still got enough attention. It still has me pissed off talking about it. It still made him have to apologize in a bonnet, disrespecting our good Monique. Monique, who said like we shouldn't be in bonnets at work. You know, when he was doing that apology video, that was work. That was for his work. He should have been on that apology video being sincere, saying, I am sorry for disrespecting my community, for disrespecting my country, which is built on Christianity. He should have been so ashamed of himself, but he wasn't ashamed. He felt like it was okay to do that. And I just look at Lil Nas X and I'm like, what you did, you knew what you were doing. Your team knew what you're doing. And maybe, they love getting black men and putting us in dresses and making us just like do the most humiliating things as like a humiliation ritual. And I've been offered these types of situations. I've been offered so many of these situations, and it's just so dark to see him go down this path. And I think he does have some talent to himself. And so for him to just waste it on these mediocre trash songs, trash visuals, it makes me sad to see a waste of talent. It makes me so sad to see that. He doesn't need to do these things. He doesn't need these antics. He can create art for art's sake if he really cared about art. Instead, he just used as a way to get everybody hyped up and upset about this blasphemous material he's making, and they pretend like, oh guys, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was gonna offend everybody when I had an upside down cross. I didn't know this. Even when I did disrespectful things towards religion, I knew what I was doing and I was honest about it, and I apologized for real. But when I did it, I knew what I was doing. I was honest. Like, it's different. So for him, and even with Doja, I'm not gonna talk about Doja in this episode, but even with Doja, like, she pretended as if her imagery of her demonic imagery was just something she thought looked cool. It just looked fun. It was just fun to to dress up as a devil and be in this character. That's what she thought it was. And it's like, are you serious? Like, we see the agenda. We see Hollywood's agenda. It's been going on forever. It's just getting worse. It's getting more and more tacky and corny. So I call for a boycott of Lil Nas X. I call for a real complete boycott. Let's just ignore the BS. Let's ignore this trash music. Let's not even give it any space or energy. Like, I hate that I'm even doing this topic right now. I don't even want to discuss him anymore. I think we should just boycott him, to be honest, because he knows what he's doing and he's playing in our faces. Doja's playing in our face too, but at least her music is better. At least her music is artistically like relevant in a way. Like, so I'm not ready to boycott Doja yet, but with Lil Nas X, I'm like, what are you doing? He tried to make it seem like he tried to act like, oh, but when Lil Nas X does it, it's different. Everybody else can do it, but when I do it, it's an issue. What do you mean everybody else? Not everybody is over there trying to disrespect a complete religion who's brought a lot of kindness to America. There's been so much community built in the Christian communities, and so many things that they helped in the world. So I'm really frustrated by it. So on my last word on this, boycott Lil Nas X, in my opinion. That's my plan. I'm not listening to him ever again. I don't want to support Lil Nas X. I don't want any feature. His remix of Nicki Minaj's F This Club Up, the FTC, his remix was terrible, really bad. I'm like, why is your remix so bad? Why can't you have a better remix? Well, he can't rap. He doesn't have that kind of talent in that way. I don't know what kind of music he can do, but he's just like an empty vessel for the demonic forces of Hollywood to puppet around to make us offended. And so I don't stand for it. I'm calling for a boycott. I'm boycotting him. Y'all do y'all, but I just am very offended by what Lil Nas X did with this J. Christ video. It's not okay. It's just not okay at all. So that's all for that topic. I'm going to end on that topic so I can thank my supporters. So there we go. And end. All right, cool. That's